Be very careful what restaurant you eat at. This electrician went to a restaurant after work. 1 week later, his heart wasn't beating no more. Let me explain. When this man went into the restaurant to eat, after the waitress took his order, she said, "You look like someone I know." The electrician smiled and said, "Really?" And then the waitress told the electrician, "The person you look like is dead. I thought you was a ghost or something." And she started laughing. The electrician felt very strange after she said that. He was even thinking about getting up, walking the hell out the restaurant. While the waitress was making the electrician drinks, the electrician can see out the corner of his eyes, the waitress kept looking at him. And when he turned his head, she would turn her head. He didn't think much of it, so he just let it go. An hour after the electrician left the restaurant, he became very sick, so he left and went straight to a clinic. They said he had food poisoning, so they gave him antibiotics and some pain medication. The electrician took the antibiotics and the pain medication for a week until his stomach became unbearable. The pain was too much, so he went to the emergency room, and that's where he died. 2 weeks after the electrician left the restaurant, one of the waitresses felt very guilty, so she went to law enforcement and said one of my coworkers put something in the customer food. The waitress told law enforcement she was scared and she couldn't sleep at night and she couldn't live with that on her heart. Law enforcement asked the waitress, do she know what her coworker put in his food? She said she didn't know what it was, but she said it was very suspicious because she went to the back and got something out of her purse and came back and put it in his food. Law enforcement was able to collect the camera footage from the restaurant. The waitress gave him the date and time everything happened. When law enforcement received the camera footage, it showed her going to her purse, looking back and forth, putting something in his food. They was able to identify the electrician through the camera footage. They found out he was deceased. They took out a warrant for the waitress. Law enforcement caught the waitress at work. When they brought her in for questioning, they told her they seen the security footage and they know exactly what happened. They know she went to her purse and they know she put something in the customer food and the customer is deceased. When law enforcement told the waitress that the customer was deceased, she broke down in tears and started crying and said she didn't mean to unalive him. Law enforcement asked the waitress, why did you put something in his food? She said he reminded her of her ex that passed that used to abuse her for years. Be careful what restaurant you go to. If someone is acting strange or looking at you funny, you probably should just get up and walk out.